Hello YouTube, this is ToFuSmurF here, back with you guys again after a long hiatus. Just a heads up, I've been pretty busy doing tourney stuff. Had a rough weekend of tourney play. Not gonna get into that too much, but I figure I have time now, right before the next week of matches start, so figured I record a video. Speaking of exciting things that's been happening, I finally decided to spend the credits to buy a JT. So here I am in the JT. I absolutely love the thing. It's just so accurate, does really good damage, rate of fire is amazing. So it's just been fun. I don't know what's with my replays, but I don't get the silhouettes when I aim at things after like the first shot or two anymore, but trust me, these are all like when I played it had the silhouettes, so I don't know what's up. You know, it is what it is. So since there's a lull here, this is one of the boring replays of the set that I'm about to record. Heads up, they are doing the new Hunt the WGLNA Pros event, which is going on for the foreseeable future, where all the players who are on teams who are in WGLNA have sheriff accounts. You guys kill us, we give you 150 gold automated if you kill us. So they're not free kills. I will fight back, so you have to earn it. But I will be running around in a sheriff account here and there periodically during the day, every day, shifting between NA East, NA West, you know. So, you know, if you want to come hunt me down, just feel free to do so. What I'll do is, I have a Twitter now that's purely for esports. So, I guess what I could do is I can go on Twitter and announce before I hop on before I hop onto my sheriff account. I'll just announce, hey, you know, ToFuSmurF, I'm gonna go live now with my sheriff account on either NA East or NA West. I won't tell you what tiers because I will play all tiers, anything between 1 to 10. So if you guys want to do that, I'll do that. I'll do that on Twitter. You could follow me at ToFuSmurF, just spelled like my username, minus the clan tag, at ToFuSmurF on Twitter.com. Or however it works, I really don't know. I'm new to this stuff, and I don't really care to use it all that much, but I was recommended for esports to keep a Twitter personality, so there's that. Back to the replay. I'm pushing south now because my shots on town weren't that great back then. Now it's probably really good based on the positioning of where they are, and I wanted to just flank. I thought I did a proper tank count and thought there would be much here, but boy, was I wrong. But here comes some man moding. Boom! Not the things you want to look at when you turn a corner. A prototype and a tortoise. But, you know, I get my shot off. I reverse to increase the engagement distance. This road is a little more funneled now, and I'm going to close the distance once this tortoise commits a little bit on the road. Because I see that prototype coming, here's what I end up doing, is I end up hugging the tortoise, face hugging it, because there's not much he could do against the JT superstructure. So while he has a glaring weak spot, I don't. So, and now I don't have to worry too much. Now I just keep this tortoise corpse between me and the proto, and I'll have free reign on this M10. So here I'm just getting my shots off. The great rate of fire here is fantastic. Is just paying off for me. Excuse the phone rings. I have a landline here that's connected to my company's office, so if any major things happen, they can always reach me. It'll ring every now and then. It always rings once, so Hey, I'm just making short work of these two now that the tortoise is gone. And my teammates apparently won town. Look at this boss ELC. He's got it. Or not. So yeah, that's this replay. To pretty much sum it up, at least I think that's pretty much it. The damage output at the end was about 6.1k, I believe. I have no mods to keep the damage count or anything like that right now, because in our esports league we have to play vanilla, straight vanilla, no mods, nothing. So I now pub with no mods to, you know, work that up a little bit. But yeah, this is the JT. It is a sniper. In this case, I used it to brawl, and it worked out. So that's this replay. I think it's 6.1, 6.2k damage. I don't know. It's somewhere around there. You can check it on wattreplays.com if you search my username. This will be one of the 2 JT replays on there. So you can check the damage output on that. But I'm pretty sure it's 6.1-ish. The other JT replay you'll find on Watt Replays under my name is the Ace Tanker I got in my 3rd battle overall after buying this tank. So anyway, we will move on to the next replay. So here we are on Live Oaks, me and Smig. I always catch myself because I'm used to calling him by his first name now. Me and Smig in our E50Ms on Live Oaks, with Morbidman being the odd man out in his Object 140 because Morbid hates Germans. He's not here to defend himself, but I'm pretty sure this is the case. So anyway, as a medium, I generally like to push south on Live Oaks. There are some, I don't know what happened there with my article. There are some occasions where I like to play town, and it kind of depends on the enemy lineup. But I see enemy 120, an enemy 54 E1, 54 ISA M103, a fast heavy like an IS-7. There are some concerns that South could be overwhelmed if I don't play it right. Whereas town, if they win town and they come towards your cap, it's easier to deal with than if the opposite was the case. The reason why I was so far behind these guys is I told them not to get lit initially in case someone was rushing. I didn't want them to crest, spot us, and then run away. I wanted them to crest, commit, and then around the halfway point get lit, and then we just, put shells in them. But again, you get here, you count like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then you can start doing your work. Because if at that point they haven't committed yet, then they're not gonna be pushing here anyway. So because they're staying below the ridge line, or that hill, we wanted to push. Now the 120 spots us, and we kind of knew going into it one of us was going to take a hit. I believe that was Smig who got that shot on the move on that WZ-120, which is fairly lucky. I believe Smig and Morbid are going to play around the bend, whereas I will play a little bit higher. Me and Morbid playing up and Smig playing the corner. We split our fire like this so that the enemy will never get a beat on just all of us and bog down that engagement. You'll want to get us around so we get multiple angles. There, me and my not aiming skills. A lot of people give me crap for how much I do in third person, but I've made it work for myself, so I don't see the problem. Trying to get a shot on this 54, then I realized that just because I can't see the 120 in third person doesn't mean I can't see him in sniper because of the bridge. So here I play a little like a dick. I realize I have great shots here, and Morbid's trying to ruin everything. I waited for him to turn so I can get a better angle on that shot where it's perpendicular to his armor, kind of, as opposed to where it was before. And Morbid gets the cleanup. Now I'm just going to push in because this 54E1's reloading. Not going to allow him to get a second clip out. Now he's pushing me, so I reverse. Draw him into the fire of Morbid and Smig, just maybe even shaving off like a second or two. you know, just by pulling him in closer. And now let's just clean up on this guy. Morbid should have the kill shot. Morbid didn't say anything, so I wasted a shot. So anyway, we've wrapped up south. Don't know what's really going on up north, because of this engagement I haven't really been paying attention. And I think when I was playing this originally, I wasn't paying attention either. So now what I usually try to do when they still have strong TDs is pushing along this little defilade here, this little depression between the swamp and the actual flatland. That way I can gain ground without getting lit most of the time, unless they have someone on the edge of, you know, that hill and or actually in the swamp. So here I am wasting my time trying to get a shot on this moving arty. Probably sat in the open a little too long there, but luckily no one was going to punish me for it. But really sat on the open a little bit too long with that Foch coming, and I can eat a hit from the Foch, but it was kind of needless. The arty's not going to be able to do much at this point in the game, so trading, you know, my health for that wasn't exactly the smartest thing. Now I'm just getting these nice shots into the sides and the rears of these heavies in town that are still brawling, making it a point to not hit my teammate there. Now I'm lit. So now it's just about forcing, you know, one-on-one engagements. And even though, because he's kind of playing timid, I can try to get these shots off into town while I'm, you know, wrangling with this guy. Now I'm kind of ignoring the IS-8 because I can aim over the ridge line and shoot this M103 instead, and rather get a tank out. But now the M103 is in a depression, so it's now me and this IS-8. I can't linger too long because our town is dead. That was a very late reaction shot. I don't know why you do that. But like I said, their town is coming back and I'm eating shots from the IS-4. This is still very... could go either way. So, you know, trying to play it cautiously here. This IS-7's, you know, buildings are in the way. Gonna try to get one shot in the front of this IS-4. I shot the left side of his tank, my right, his track. It wasn't going to do anything. That was a poorly placed shot on my part, and rushed. Here I'm pinning the front plate of that IS-7. I believe I peek out to try to see if I can hit this M53 in transition, but to no avail. Missed it. So now I see our 54E1 getting pushed by an E100, and there's no way he's going to win that duel. So in a second, I will react to it. Again, trying to be mindful of that IS-7. So yeah, now I help 54. And I kind of retarded there for a second. I didn't realize through these trees that there was a house in the way when I actually played this. And then when I came here, I was like, oh, it all makes sense. So, you know, that 54E1, had he died, was directly my fault. I had a derp moment there. Now that we cleaned that up, and Focus Fire was great on that E100, this game's more favorable. I mean, I've done 0 kills, but I've put out a lot of damage up to this point. Now I got a clean rear shot on this IS-4. Didn't get trolled by Russian armor this time, so yay me. Trying to get this kill shot because I gotta get 1 kill, but no, not allowed. Not allowed. Again, trying to get the weak health tank out. Keeping my my tank between me and this IS-7. I'm not my tank. This little hill thing. So I have 1 kill. After battle report eventually showed me having, again, on wildreplays.com, you can see that my damage output for this game was 6.5 thousand damage for 1 kill. So, and I believe our platoon accounted for, I think, 13,000 damage. So, but someone can go do the math for me. Anyway, we'll move on to the next replay. So here we are on Erlenberg. I will confess that Erlenberg is not one of my favorite maps in this game. It's kind of there with Redshire, although Red Shire is probably my most hated map in this game. I wanted to put this replay out because, as you can see in chat, someone told me that pushing south was retarded because I typed, "Let's go south." I didn't want to chastise him. I know him. He's on a team that my team for League practices with quite often. I don't think he realizes that, but I do pay attention to all the names the people I run into. Good job, T71. And I said, let's push south. We have the mediums, you know, two Leos, 254s, you know, some lights. Let's just do it. Let's push south. Let's get on this hill. Let Artie support us. You know, Leos have great depression, and let's just work this hill. You know, this 1375 I wish we would have killed because he emptied, I think, 2 clips into LeGuin off screen. Like, you won't see it when I'm tanking, but LeGuin loses most of his health because of that guy, not because any of these 1010s. So right now we're trying to focus out this 121 who's the most exposed, side to us and in the open field. As you can look at Jeremy, look at LeGuin, he's bouncing shell. Oh, that was the 121, but as you'll see periodically, you know, 127. Should be another one coming. He's screaming on Skype, like, get this 12T, get this 1375 out of here. We were having fun. Anyway, that 121's killed, and now I'm just trying to put shells on whatever I can, the sides of whatever I can with this awesome depression. E75 is derping it. Gotta get low. Look at his health. So low. But Jeremy played a good game here. Using that Theo 1 accuracy to place my shots carefully. And again, we're kind of outnumbered here. You know, it was 4-6 in terms of non-light tanks. It was 4-6. And what a jerk. I overextended there. Now here you see me, I repair the turret. I don't like a slow turret. It's one of my pet peeves. So I'm trying to aim at the cupola. That one went right over. And at this point, Jeremy's shooting at the 12T because he's tired of little light tanks. So Jeremy's trying to enact revenge on all the pesky tanks that were shooting him. Shooting his poor leopard one. So anyway, we've pretty much won this engagement, scared them to go back. Now I'm doing a count, seeing where all their TDs are. We already see one at A8, and we'll see more. Now I'm trying to enact revenge for Jeremy here. Gotta get that 1375 back. Accuracy for days. So we see 2 of the 4 TDs up north. So far, and I assume there's another one up there at the corner. Yep, and there he is, 3. So it's safe for me to go on this ridge. So here's what I do. I want to get on this little depression right here to my right. Not a depression. It's like a U on the hillside where I can get low enough so I'm safe from the town on the left of me, but I can still get shots on these guys here. So right now I'm just trying to focus out low health tanks, which in this case is the 5100. And I run away a little bit because I felt like he was turning to rush me, but he didn't. Now I'm getting shot at by something from above. Whatever. Again, it's more important for me to get tanks out. So that's what I'm doing here. And there's the guy who shot me. So now I know there's still an M103 behind me. I need to take care of that. Jeremy's suppressing on the guys that are on me, so I get to suppress the guys that are on him. Again, this is a fantastic tank. If you like the Leo Proto, which I have said in my video that I loved it, then you will like this because it's pretty much just as fast. You know, great gun, again, same gun, but depression, which is just super sexy on a German tank. Wasted shot on my part. So now we've reached the cleanup part of the match. We got the great surround, and I just want to harken back to the beginning of the match when they said pushing south is retarded. It is not retarded. It's just, it's hard to do when pubs aren't organized. And in this case, we got a wolfpack down there that played it well. And the other combination of the fact that their team didn't do what pub teams do, which is derp. They didn't derp right into us. They tried to corner play us. If they had derped into us, they might have eaten one T92 reload shell or two, but they would have cleaned up on us by far. So, you know, again, this just showcase how great the Leopard is. So accurate, great depression. I'm trying to get higher ground to try to get us our brothers in arms, but I believe I fail. So, yeah. Anyway, the damage on this game was, I think, 6.6 thousand for me and 4 point something for LeGuin. So it was a great game for the two of us. You know, rounding up, I think it's 11,000 for the two of us combined. So again, another replay you can find on rockreplays.com. Moving on. Okay, I felt like these videos have been a little bit too German. So here's a T110E4. I kind of just wanted to include this replay in here because I thought it was a really fun game to play in. Pretty funny ending. Awesome ending for me, but, you know, it was amusing. It was amusing, and I think you guys will cringe a little bit. Let me know in the comments if you guys cringe a little bit at some of the tankers that I had to fight up against towards the end of this replay, because I thought it was amusing as hell. I'm going to sit over here at this rock to snipe the transition to hill. That was my plan, and then I was going to move on elsewhere. But I was apparently too slow. And I was going to move on elsewhere until I thought about it. And that was not going to pen. Turret, I mean, come on. But then I started taking shells in my direction. And I didn't want to back up. So there's going to be a part of this video that's going to be really boring and stupid, where I just sit here for a long time. And I angle myself in such a way, part of this video, because if anyone's shooting at me from hill, I wanted to be able to bounce a lot of their shells. Again, I don't know what exactly was shooting me for a lot of this. I know that was artillery, which already will have a tough angle on this unless they're over on the east side, A7, B7, B8 there. I'm constantly weary that I think the bad chat's going to come over here and clip me. That's what my main concern was. So I do have a panic moment a little bit. Kind of let my team down here in the beginning. Just play like a real idiot in the beginning, depriving my team some help. Oh, and that E75 is looking my way. But I wanted to get a shot off, and I did. I brought that T-34 down a lot of health. By the looks of it, 900. Or 800-ish, 800 plus, so it was a good hit. Luckily I didn't take any return fire. So again, I'm just trying to make do with the situation I have here. I'm trying to pen the E75 turret, inaccurate, kind of inaccurate gun. So I mean, I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I believe it was really late at night too. Not loaded, but I'm trying to aim at hill, and I'm just trying to see what I can do. This is kind of a bad spot for me, knowing that I'm lit constantly, and if I move, apparently people are going to shoot me. So I aim over in the east, and apparently I have a shot at the mouse. So I take it. 1,000 damage roll across the map on the mouse. Fantastic. I laughed a lot about that, and I thought that that was going to be the highlight of this battle. I was slightly wrong. And I penned the mouse again across the map. That was the right, my right, his left cheek on the mouse turret. He wasn't angling it very well. During the match I did have silhouettes. Again, I don't know why replays are doing that right now. So, for some reason it was fairly easy for me to pen that mouse across the map. But I believe I never penned this IS-7 across the map. Go figure, Russian tanks. I don't know what this ISU's on about. I missed that shot because I think the IS-7 is kind of peeking out a little bit of his tracks behind the building. And it was more building than it was tank. So, who is messaging me on Steam? Anyway, sorry if you guys hear the steam edge. Just ignore it. I'm trying to record here. This batch hat gets into view and he stays there for me to pop a shot into him. 905 damage. Some free damage here. My team's down 2 tanks, 3 tanks. Not good, but we do, in terms of tank wise, have the tier 10 advantage for now. Until our IS-7 died. Because we are down 2 tanks and 1 tier 10 already. They're down 2 tier 10s. Now it's even. Now I'm trying to get this IS-7. Still no luck. I took my first damaging hit. So brutal. We're down 3 tanks. They've got 5 10s left. And we have 4, not counting already. E5's doing work on hill. But everyone on our side is really low health, and this is looking very grim. That IS-8 is stuck there because of the Foch 155 that was in the water earlier, so you couldn't do much. And this Foch 155 does such a stupid thing here. It's so stupid. Like, just why? So, in that case, I usually don't like to trade 1 for 1, but I took 1 hit to kill, basically help kill a Foch 155 out of the battle. So, I am surrounded. They have guys on the hill, they have Artie, they have these guys on my side. So I want to make a run for this building. Why? Because where I was going to put me in a pincer between their Artie, their hill guys, and their guys here on our base. Going to this building makes it so that I am only really exposed to their guys at our base. So, and their hill guys, what I meant by hill guys is I meant guys from that direction, the north, meaning in this case the IS-7. So here we are, just me and this brave IS-8, and the cringe on this E100 after that shot. Just, you'll see what I mean. He put a nice shot on the IS-8. Our IS-8 just kind of derping it a little bit. He's trying to get a shot on the E100 while he's on his reload, which is commendable, but you know, it's kind of surrounded. Get a shot into the cheek of the E100. I think their E100 missed. Their IS-7 hit our IS-8. Oh, and now he's gonna die, but he manages to kill the batch hat before he dies. So thank him. And here I try a little kind of a cheeky shot. In that case, it's 50-50 whether you do damage or you just kill a radio operator or whatever, or the viewport thingy. In that case, I didn't get the damage. I thought I had lost it right there because I thought they would just push me and kill me. Their Arties, you know, firing at us. I mean, this is just a bad spot. There you want them to shot the ground again. And their IS-7 kills our IS-8. And I was hoping that I could kill that IS-7 when that IS-7 was on the reload. And now I thought I was lost. I thought I had lost. As you can see, I typed "oh balls." Bait the IS-7 to a shot. I'm almost reloaded, so I figure I had the time. Trying to keep some distance between me and the E100. And hopefully I don't bounce that one, so there. Now it's 1-on-1. And a lot of the members on their team thought they had won this already, but I will not go down without a fight apparently. E100 shoots the ground again. There already misses. What is going on? Is this real life? I know I have plenty of time, so I aim in on this E100. And then I penned, I believe, the bar again, this time. And did damage. So I see where that crater where the arty shell is, and I try to stay a little ahead of it, because screw getting hit by artillery. And I am almost loaded, and I can take a hit from this E100, but not from the artillery. But what does he do? Cringe. Just cringe. I mean, viewers, you saw that. Tactical genius. Now this IS-8 is telling me to cap. And no offense to him, but I have 6 minutes. I'm not capping. I'm gonna go find artillery. rather than alert the enemy team where I'm sitting at for 100 seconds. So now it's just an arty hunt. Now at the end of this game, I'm sitting on, I believe, 6.7 thousand damage. Again, I played like crap in the beginning, but I hopefully made it for it at the end there. That E100, man. That E100 and that coordination with their IS-7, that was just terrible. Cringeworthy. If I was on the enemy team, that was cringeworthy. So again, matches start again tomorrow. We have a match tomorrow for WGLNA. You can go watch it on twitch.tv. Twitch.tv/WGLNA. Starts at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. When I do go on my Sheriff account, I'll go. You can follow me at Twitter at ToFuSmurF. I'll announce it what server I'll be on when I go on my Sheriff account. Please like the Facebook group. Please subscribe to the YouTube page. And I have no mods here, but I will link you the current iteration of PBK's mod pack if you guys want it in the description as well. And then I will also link you my user page for WOT replays. There are some replays I do put there that I do not put on YouTube because, for example, RD replays. I have 3 wonderful Crusader SP RD replays that I know RD replays are boring on YouTube, but those 3, especially the Ace Tinker one that I have on there, you must watch it for the ending. They are some hilarious TD moding Crusader SP comebacks. So please go there and watch that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys on the battlefield.